3, 2, 1.
Hold on, it froze.
Okay.
321-387. You're on the air. State your name and where you calling from.
I'm here. It's Will Mills. What's up?
Wait,
Yeah.
You give you a couple claps. Listen,
I'm here. I'm here.
Huh?
I'm here.
Okay, so now I'll give you two options before we start. I know you on the phone line. If you wanted to come in visually, you could click the link at the top. Is it on my? It ain't on my channel though, right?
No, actually, I'm at a comedy show, so I had to step out real quick. But I didn't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you.
Listen, I appreciate that. So now you have the floor. So now you kind of started this. So I'm gonna give you the floor to speak first. So you started saying, we ain't got no buildings, we ain't got that. But now in your second video, in response to me, I heard you speak about your interactions with others. So now the floor is yours. I give you the floor. You can introduce yourself. Say what you need to say.
I'm Will Mills, aka King Dirtbag, comedian, stand-up comedian, internet comedian, podcaster. First of all, let me start by saying this. In my previous interactions with a few of you, few of the Israelites, I've actually brought you up to Tazaryach because you're actually one of the ones I respect.
Okay.
So I brought you up at several live conversations I had. This didn't start with me. I'm a comedian. That's what I do. And I know my approach comes off kind of aggressive at times, but that's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I do comedian. I do comedy. I tell jokes. I've been doing this over 10 years.
Gotcha.
And so I, on my Facebook page, TikTok, Instagram, I always get some Hebrew Israelites in my comment section talking shit to me.
Right.
So it didn't start with me. So the video you saw with me going off was a response video.
Okay, so if I'm to follow you right,
I got about Halloween.
So if I'm to follow you right, as you making your comedy videos and stuff like that, your interaction with other Israelites sparked that initial video that I saw.
Right. Well, it wasn't just that. You know how y'all get down. I'm from Brooklyn, so you know what I'm saying. Like,
right.
You can't walk past. You can't walk past with a mixed girl. You can't see gay people in the street without y'all saying something to them. So you know how it is. So,
right.
My interactions over the years since a kid has always been negative with the Black Hebrew Israelites.
Okay.
Always. Okay. And I must say respectfully, the only interactions I got that I enjoyed was watching you, like when you went at Polite and when you go at different people. It was you I watched and I respected. So it kind of hurt me a little bit to see you going off on me. I'm like, damn, man.
So damn, the one cat that you can listen to, right? Okay, I got it. Okay, so the one cat that you listen to, you see him making a video like, man, F this kid, he dumb.
So it made it kind of work for me. So I was gonna call you.
Okay.
But I had a show tonight, and then when I saw you was doing a live thing, I said, man, I'm calling in the show. We're gonna talk directly. I'm not gonna have nobody rewrite my narrative.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. And one thing I can say, if I don't know how much of the show you heard, but I was playing an old video where Mike Epps and Chris Harris did like a parody.
Right, I saw that.
And so when they made that parody, you had Israelites that were so angry. They like, they should die. They should do this. They should do that.
But that's what triggered me because when I did but that's what they were saying to me. So when I did that, I dressed up. I don't know if you watched the show Snowfall. I dressed up like Jerome from Snowfall.
Okay, yeah, I know Snowfall, right?
Right. So I dressed up like Jerome from Snowfall. So somebody jumped in the comment section and said, "Oh, you too old to be dressing up for Halloween. That's the devil's holiday," and blah blah blah. So in response to that, I said, you know what? I'm gonna dress up like the Hebrew Israelites for Halloween, and I'm gonna do a parody of it. Okay. So I did the same thing, kind of like, and then they started wishing death on me.
God.
And then that's when I went off. The video you saw was me going off. I didn't expect it to go crazy the way it did.
Right.
But it got your attention, and I'm glad it kind of got that response because it gives me an opportunity to get some understanding of your organization.
Oh, definitely. And that's what I said. Like, I think when in your response video, when you was tripping on me for what I said, my first comment was, we're men. So when you throw shots, you got to expect shots to come. But also as men, we should be able to at least have the conversation. So I appreciate you saying
absolutely
you want to learn, about the conversation. everybody that says they're Israelite on social media, just like if everybody say they're everybody that's a comedian that say they're a comedian is not funny. They're not. There's some people that's gonna say they're comedians,
absolutely,
right? That just say, "Hey, I'm a comedian too." So you're gonna have some Israelites just because they got an Israelite name or say that they're Israelite. You can't really take that as saying like they're the Israelite to actually look at. So whatever question you have, you know, when you say what we building, I'm in my school right now where we have a school in New York City. If you ever, I know you said you're from Brooklyn, but I also know comedians, y'all travel and y'all do work. Like I know a few comedians. So, but if you're ever in New York, you can hit me up. You can come to the school. You know, I mean, you can see exactly what we.
No, I'll say this. You know, I do know that for the most part, you know, the Hebrew Israelites, the goal is always a great thing. It's a positive thing. You wouldn't exist if it wasn't.
Right.
So when I made that video initially, it was speaking to them, because what happens is when there's any type of organization, whether it be, you know, or religions, Christians, Muslims, it's always the loud ones out front. Even when you see, you know, even in hip hop, it's always the loud ones out front, and they're always the loudest and the most vocal.
Right.
And a lot of times they don't have the best intentions for their said organization, the best intentions at hand.
Okay.
So what happens is it gets misconstrued. And then these guys, I'm talking about, like, you have no idea your people, man. They make me feel like I got to get armed up, because these dudes is in the DMs. They wishing death threats. When we see you, we going to stomp you out. I'm like, man. So I said, listen, man. I said, listen, man, them capes y'all wearing, I hope that they work, because
okay,
because
so, so your shot you throwing is at the cats throwing shots at you.
Yes, that's what it's all about. It's not,
I got
it. But that's what I do. I'm a content creator, so
of course,
when I'm sending the shot, but I respect the power of the organization. When it got to you, when I'm like, damn, Tazaryach, when you hit me up, listen, it got so bad I turned the comments off. I'm like, damn, these cats is going crazy on me.
Right.
But when you jumped in the comment section, I'm like, oh shit, I called my man. I'm like, damn, Tazaryach. And when I saw the message, when I woke up and I saw the message from you, I was about to hit you back. And then I'm like, damn, this dude done made a video about me. I'm like, oh man, now I got beef with him too. God damn it, man.
Because I called myself, when I see the video, I'm like, damn, he said we ain't got no building. I'm like, damn, we got all this stuff. I said, well,
but that's me getting on the dudes that be outside cold.
And of course, I don't know that background, so all I know is
it was never me. Like, I have no reason to come at no group of black men for nothing. I'm all about the upliftment of my people. So I'm like, I ain't gonna come at these dudes for no reason. They did something to me.
No sweat, man.
But it's been a long time. These dudes be coming at me, and it's like, all right, I get it. Y'all newbies, y'all just learning, and maybe you had a negative route in your life, and now this is the most positive thing that ever happened to you. So now you overzealous about it. So now even something as simple as a man dressing up for Halloween, you feel like you want to school this man or something. So me as a comedian, it's like, yo, you coming at the wrong guy. I'm gonna come with jokes.
Right.
I'm not about to argue with you about your religion. I'm not saying I don't care about it, but hey, I'm making jokes on these apps.
Right.
I don't care about nothing else besides that.
No,
I
definitely get it, Rick. No, I definitely I get exactly.
Yeah, it was never nothing. Like, I'm not an activist, and that's what they thinking. It's like, yo, damn, go look at my page. I'm a whole comedian.
Right.
And these guys is coming at me like I'm the next Polite. I'm not him. I'm not that invested in
I would never put nobody as polite, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, so when I saw your video, so when I first saw your pay, I followed you. When I'm reading the shit, I said, I ain't following this nigga, man. But I just followed you back on Instagram, man. So you gotta follow.
But that's when, listen, but listen, if you listen to my live videos, you are the one. And I told my people, like, damn, I got Tazaryach on my back, man. There's problems there. We gotta strap up, man. It's gonna be a problem, man. I can't even go to Harlem. I can't even go see my shorties in Harlem no more, man.
Nah, listen, I'm gonna call the dogs off, and you'll be safe.
Yeah, get them out of here, man. Tell them, man.
I'm talking about my brothers in ISUBK. So, like, if it's any other Israelite, just know that they not with me, because when I give an order, my men listen. So, like, let's say if after this call, whoever's contacting you is definitely not from my organization at all.
No, for the most part, it's been respect. I know Nehemiah, the brother, he hit me up.
Yeah.
Because he hit me up, And the video, listen, let me say some funny shit. The video I was initially making was to give him props. Like, yeah, you know, he ain't like Tazaryach. And then he made he sent me the message back. Look, he said, yo, I would love for you to come on the podcast so we could talk. I said, it'd be my pleasure, brother. And he said, hey, man, thank you, man. I'm going to let Tazaryach know. I'm like, God damn it. I'm thinking he not with you. I'm like, damn, that's his people too. These guys is tricky out here.
Yeah. That's my man to come like, yeah, he down in DC, man. I known him.
Yeah, he's a good brother,
man.
He's a good brother. He showed some love.
Definitely. He reached, as soon as he spoke to you, he called me, reached out to me. And, you know, I told him I was definitely with it, but I had already made the video. So now the video is out. Now, if I heard from him first, I would have made no video, of course. But the video is out. And so now, through the controversy, you know, two brothers from two different sides. And then here's the beautiful thing. And this is why I tell Israelites they shouldn't react the way that they react. Because in talking to you, now we get to hear, not only do you know about the Israelites, you know about us. And it's really the flack that you was getting, you're really responding back to that. You're responding to the flack that you're getting from Israelites that be super duper.
And I will say this, if you allow me to say this real quick, I would advise them to read the comment section. Just like when I spoke to Nehemiah, what he said was, I'm well aware of the flack we get from our approach, from our aggression, and the message not received in a proper way a lot of times.
Right.
So I would say, read my comment section, because even though it's me going off, if you read the comments, it's a lot of people that agree with me. And that wasn't my intent, but it brought a lot of awareness to, like, you know, maybe it's certain things, the way guys are talking to people in the community, that if the approach was a little different, maybe people will get the message a little better and know what the intentions are to Black Hebrew Israelites.
I agree with that 100%. And that's why my approach is always like, no matter how the person comes across, I try to listen to them, hear their position, because we're not unaware of the reputation that the Israelites have, but it's damn near like from a youth side. So we look at everything as age. So you take a brother that for all, be lost or something like that, get some newfound knowledge, but don't have the discipline or training that it takes to know how to speak. They're going to come across aggressive, overzealous, and stuff like that. So there's a certain level of compassion that we have to have for our people on all sides, whether they call themselves Israelites, if they're in a gang, if they, they could be like, I come from a corporate world background, like my profession is like networking and stuff like that. So even in those, no matter what walk of life we come from, when you get something new, niggas want to make sure everybody get it. They want to shove it down their throat, but you have to learn seasoning to actually how to deliver it. So from that side, so what I'll do as the captain of all Israel, what I'll do is I'll take the hit for all Israelites only till at this point. Whatever these Israelites do afterwards, that's not on me. But I'll take the hit for everything that they did. So I'll apologize for whatever Israelite offended you up until this point. Now, my men in ISUBK, they won't say anything else. So I hope all the other Israelites that hear that will adhere to that. And then do the same thing that I did. Do what I did. Just hit the brother in the inbox and don't come with the venom. Now, as you was talking, now the only thing I'll say, hopefully from your side, if won't be no crazy stuff from your side as well, unless now, but I will give you the caveat, if they still keep fucking with you, brother, do what you got to do. I'm never going to stop no brother.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, listen, me as a comedian, everything for me is defense. I don't play offense. When you play offense, you crash out, you do stupid shit, and you don't study the other person. For me, I'm always covert. I'm watching. I mean, everybody got a backstory. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm a comedian. I'm a professional comedian now. I'm college educated. I got 2 master's degrees and things like that. So for me, I base everything off my intelligence. So when you call me dumb, I'm like, this nigga don't even know who he's talking to.
I was
offended. I'm like, what?
What's funny is I was just breaking down. I said, now when I said dumb, I wasn't talking about him as a person. I was just what he was saying about the Israel. I was just saying that on the live. I was saying I ain't calling him. I don't know him to say whether he's dumb or not. But what he was saying,
Right. It's a lack of knowledge on things,
Yeah,
and it's an assumption, but it's an assumption based off the energy that's being put out, and I'm just reciprocating.
Right.
I'm just reciprocating the same energy that's being thrown in my direction.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, y'all, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, now I'm tired of y'all. So that's me. I do that. I go on rants, but no, anything I do is always in response to what somebody else did first. As a comedian, because my career, my children, my grandchildren, all of that comes first. I know I look young as hell, but I'm a grandfather, bro.
Listen, man, I'm about to be.
Yeah, I got grandkids. I know I look young, man, but I'm a grandfather.
Man, I'm about to be a grandfather in December, man. My daughter.
Beautiful thing, man.
Yeah,
beautiful thing.
I'll let you know if it's beautiful.
But I gotta get back to this show, man.
No,
I got your information. I wouldn't mind contacting you. And maybe linking up with you in person sometime.
Yeah, hit me up. Listen, man, hit me up. It was beautiful that you called in. I'm glad I did the show now. You was able to call and we was able to chop it up. So y'all look.
Oh, no, you wasn't going to have this. Listen, you wasn't going to have the nice conversation. And then I heard your man in the background, too. So, well, yeah, I heard you. Whoever you are in the background, I heard you.
Right.
I heard you.
All right, no sweat.
Yeah, man. Like, you know what? You got to have a public thing. Let's do it publicly, and let's let everybody know
that
it's a building opportunity. And it's actually, with that video, even though it resonated from a place when I was frustrated, there's actually people in the world who agree with what I said. And I think that's important for the young people to know.
No, definitely. I think that ended up being a good thing. That's like, it doesn't, like, promotion is promotion. What you had to say was important, because without you saying that, we wouldn't be having this conversation now. So
right, and if it wasn't right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it worked out for the better, because now two things will also happen. When you go forward talking about it and I go forward talking about it, your audience will know that there are Israelites that don't talk like that, so they'll talk to them.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Right. It's just like,
and I'm glad.
Yeah.
And I will say I'm glad that you are the one I spoke with, because you're the one I know, and you are the one I actually have a high level of respect for, because I've been watching you for years.
Oh, Christ. I appreciate that, brother. You go ahead, man, make them laugh, man. I appreciate that's his will. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram, on his YouTube. I don't know if you have a YouTube or not, but if you do, you can see.
Yeah. I have my podcast. I've been doing my podcast. I'm up to episode 200 now.
Oh yeah, man, you got to bring me on there, man. Let me come up on there, man. Let's
do it, man. Let's do it.
You can title that shit like all the questions y'all want to ask a crazy Israelite.
Yo, let's do it. That'd be
hell
great.
Yeah. Just hit me up and we'll rock it out.
All right, my brother.
All right, no sweat.
Thank you for having me, man.
No sweat. Peace.
Good night.
Good night. Hey, man, look what that happened, man. Now I can't talk no more trash on the brother. And for all you Israelites, I had to apologize for all y'all Israelites. Shout out to my man. Let me get his whole name. Shout out to my man, Will Ashar. Find his link on Instagram, man. Promote that brother,
Will Mills. That's WILMILZ. That's Will Mills on Instagram. Follow the brother.
We gonna
Cross the Line Radio.